Kraber here with another useless video. Now, I know I have been inactive here recently, but I've just been doing my own thing kind of here. But yeah, this is what I'll be doing today. I'm just making a tier list of fast foods and snacks and whatnot. Now, well, not really snack. I mean, I've seen A&W. I'm pretty sure they have a restaurant. I'm not sure entirely. Some of these I've never even had before, but 90% of these I've had before. This was created by somebody else. I don't know if there's a listing of who created this, but this is the first time I'm doing, yeah, this guy right here. Anyway, um, this is my tier list on fast food. Now we're gonna start off with what I've already had. So I'm gonna go with Chipotle. Now I had Chipotle for the first time with a couple of my friends and my cousin along the way. So I'm gonna give Chipotle a solid B for what it is. It's they can work on a bunch of things, but it is one way street to send you straight to the toilet to take a massive hit for no reason. Um let's see, what else can we do? Now you guys are gonna hate me on this one. I'm gonna give Burger King an A. Now, I'm a very basic person. I'm needy for stupid things. Here and there, I love me a good Whopper, don't get me wrong, but their chicken fries is what I put on top tier. Their chicken products are pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes, I will admit, I might need to crank it down actually, because sometimes when I go to certain Burger Kings, half of their burgers and stuff taste like straight up cardboard. But I think I now that I think about it, now that I think of it, it's probably based on the location and the time of day that you go there, because there's certain workers that just don't know how to do their job. It's like pulling a McDonald's. Um, Now, our next one, I'm gonna go for Sonic. I don't usually eat Sonic typically, but they do have some good products. But I'm gonna give it a solid C, simply because some of their, like, let's say their beverages or whatnot, their Red Bull and whatnot. I'm a Red Bull fanatic, but the fact that they mix it up with certain things, kind of like how Jack in the Box does, they don't beat Jack in the Box at all, because they just have almost to no flavor and it's just very boring at the end of the day. So let's see, In-N-Out. I had In-N-Out for the first time here recently. I'm gonna give this a solid S actually. Um, Now, minus all the basic stuff, there's definitely more quality in most of their food than any other product, such as, you know, obviously it's not nothing comparable to Burger King or Raising Cane's, but it is something that I would rather prefer to eat more other than something like White Castle. So, let's see, what else are we gonna rate here? I'm thinking that we can go for something a little like, since I mentioned Raising Cane's, let's go for Raising Cane's. I had a Raising Cane's for the first time, um, when I went back near Knoxville. Now, I'm gonna give this a solid S as well. It's basically, so I love Zaxby's. It's basically Zaxby's on steroids. It's a kick better. Their sauce is way better. This is just in my opinion, though, and my title of the way that I think of things. But also, yet again, they can work on some things. But other than that, I give the restaurant a slight 9 of 10. All right. What else? Obviously, Zaxby's, like I said, I'm going to give it an S tier as well. They don't slop around too much. They're really good. I do love their sliders as well. They're one up there. Now, what else can we do? Now, I'm just going to go and cut the chase. I love their sodas. I love AMW sodas. but I've only ever heard once of them having a restaurant, and I did not know they had a restaurant. So I'm gonna give it a triple question because I can't really give it a rating if I've never had it. Um, let's see. Let's go. Steak and Shake. Now, I only like one thing on their menu, which is just the strawberry milkshake, the basic stuff. I'm going to give this a solid F because everything else that I've had from Steak and Shake is just complete hot garbage. And if anybody doesn't agree with me, wants to get mad at me, that's whatever. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Panda Express, immediately an F. No explanation other than what I can tell you is that almost all of their food is dry. I've never had Elevation Burger. I'm so dyslexic. Ignore what I said. Okay, Hardee's. I mess with Hardee's a lot. But I'm gonna have to give it a D. Now, I'm a big chicken guy, so chicken is not what I'm fond upon of when it comes to Hardee's. It is not, there's just something about them that they don't do right. But I think the main goal for Hardee's is their breakfast foods, like their biscuits and whatnot. That is the only thing that I would go to Hardee's for. Now, let's see. Chick-fil-A. I'm gonna give this one of my personal favorites. Now, Chick-fil-A, they do something with their chicken. I believe that they go ahead and they basically marinate it into literal pickle juice before frying it up. And there's something about that just makes it, the quality of the chicken just way better and a higher quality for what it is, even just for a fast food company. But I mean, internally, if you're not like, just thinking about it, almost everything on their menu is just not bad, in my opinion. It's just not bad. And it is impossible to mess up mac and cheese, and they just hit it on the top spot there. Whataburger, I've never had it, so I cannot rate it. We should probably get rid of all those straight away. I've never had Auntie Anne's before. I've never had Houston. What is that? Houston Market? Never had Houston Market. I've never had Panera Bread. I've never had Which Wich. I've never had whatever the hell that is. I've never had Long John Silver's. I've never had this. Never had whatever that is. I've never even heard of that. Okay. Now we're down to what I have had before. Okay, McDonald's. I've been eating McDonald's here recently. But based on the quality of their fries and everything else, F. No questions asked. KFC. I'm a chicken guy, of course. I'm gonna give this a light A. They're just very traditional and nostalgic to what I've always had. So, and their sandwiches are actually really good. I really want them to bring back the Nashville hot trays that they had and everything with the 3 chicken tenders or whatnot, and then they had the slaw and everything else. I liked all that. Krispy Kreme donuts. I do like donuts, but I've never had. I don't know if they have actual food. I've never even had it. I guess I'm gonna get on an unrateable scale. Wendy's. I like Wendy's and all. I have one of my best friends works there. I'm gonna have to give Wendy's a B. Now, I just hit my mic. Their nuggets are really good. I'm not gonna lie. Their nuggets are really good. I'm basic though. I always get the Baconator though, on top of everything, and I love their wraps as well. I wish Cookout was on here. All right, Five Guys. Five Guys has the best shakes without a doubt, but their burgers can be worked on. Their fries are really good. The one thing that I've never understood about Five Guys is why do they call it Five Guys? Pause. Cinnabon, that's just sweets mainly. I can't rate that. Subway's really good, but the problem with Subway is that they've got so much sugar in their bread that it's considered cake. So, simply because of that factor, it's not really on the high scale, but I can say that a lot of their sandwiches are really, really good for what they are. So I'm going to have to give this a solid C. It would have been a B if they didn't put so much damn sugar into the bread, but I'm cutting slack here. Jack in the Box, I'm a big Red Bull guy. They do really good with everything. I actually love their mini tacos. There's nothing that I hate about Jack in the Box. So I'm giving this a solid S. Arby's, I'm not a big fan of anything but their curly fries, so I'm going to give this a solid F. Checkers, I've only had Checkers ever once or twice, and I did have pretty positive reviews about them, other than that the last time that I went in my, local town, they were just straight up flat out rude and took a long time. So just because of that, I'm giving them a solid D. I can be petty when I want to. Jimmy John's, they're basically kind of like how I explained Raising Cane's and Zaxby's, but it's still gonna fall across. It's gonna fall around the B scale. They have way more options and higher tier products over there too. Popeyes. Now, don't get me wrong. Let's see. Popeyes has the best base sandwich I have ever had. I mean, really, everything's from the mayo, from everything else, even just the buns themselves. It's just every little detail of it. I don't know how they do it. They just outbeat almost everything. That's one of my personal favorites. Jersey Mike's, F. They can work on a bunch of things. Simply because they use a little too much of what they... I mean, yeah, you can, it's just like any other sub joint. You can choose what you want. But they just kind of kick it a little too much with the flavor and whatnot. I think it's overrated. Dunkin' Donuts, I cannot give that a rating. White Castle. Every single time I've been to White Castle, I've gotten cheese curds and a basic burger. But I'm still going to put that as my personal favorites because it's definitely up there. Taco Bell, I do love Mexican food, but I don't see a fast food restaurant like Taco Bell being real Mexican food. But this is going to be a solid S tier. Taco Bell is definitely up there. It is really good. It's definitely up there. Anything from like their grilled cheese steak burrito, I'll get extra everything on there, even with the Fiesta strips. A lot of people do not like the Fiesta strips, which I don't really know why. It don't really make much of a difference. Dairy Queen. They have really good burgers for an ice cream joint. Don't get me wrong, but how can you mess up a burger like McDonald's does half the time? I'm gonna give this a solid personal favorite. Now, this is the tier list of a fat ass named Craver. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. This entire tier list rating, I'm going to give myself a 10 out of 10, of course. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about my rating and what you guys would put for each class tier. And I'll see you guys in the next video.